everyone can hear us now. So, all right. So tonight we want to talk about the Coach Summit insider group that we're going to be doing. And then that's this week. And then we want to talk about the Lift 4 test group. And during that time, I really want to get y'all's feedback and kind of process y'all what we want to do with that. And then we're going to talk about Savannah's question, because I want to kind of address that, because I feel like that could be beneficial for all of us, of kind of how people look at you like you're already fit. I don't know, that people just look at you different, or like we'll talk about it. We'll get to it, and I'll let Savannah put it in her words about it. But let's talk about first the Summit Insider. So just did a Coach Insider this past at the beginning of the month, but I felt like, and I was talking to some other coaches that are going to Beachbody Summit this week, which just a little, if you don't know, Beachbody Summit is the annual Beachbody conference. It's in Indianapolis this year. Sometimes they keep it in the same place, but the past 3 years they changed it. But we're going to Indianapolis on Wednesday. We're going to be there. It's an amazing event. I would love for some of y'all to really think about putting on your goals for next year. It's you get to hear, and I posted today the 2 live streamings that I'm going to do on Thursday and Saturday, so where you can find all the times and stuff like that. But definitely try to tune into some of that. I remember a couple weeks ago I tuned in while I was doing stuff around the house, because it's a 3-hour tune in that you would be doing. So I caught some of it, but we'll get to hear keynote speakers, business hear about.
Yeah, I would say it's the best speakers in the nation. They bring the best. I mean, my favorite of all time was there 2 years ago.
Yeah. Gary V.
And then last year was
Brendan Burchard.
I mean,
yeah, there's great speakers.
So I would say it's the best. I mean, you're going to listen to anyone. It's the best of the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Of country. So.
Yeah, and then we'll get to work out with the super trainers, take photos with them. There's lots of things. We'll have a team dinner with Team Iron, which is our big family team, which I'm really excited about. And I'm going to try to even record some of that if people speak, just to show y'all kind of the DNA of our big team, because last year that was really transformative for me, because it was I realized this team is built on solidly with women and men who see this as a ministry, and they want to be different than the normal Beachbody coach and the normal Beachbody culture. They want to stand out, and it was just really cool, and really put inside of me desires to push forward with my beliefs and my business and my passion to help women and stuff. So it was really cool. So I'm gonna try to video a lot. So you may be seeing a lot of live videos and things like that come into our group. Don't be overwhelmed with it. Just catch into it, some of it if you can, throughout the weekend, because it's very valuable. And we'll get to hear some of the brand new things that are coming out, new workouts. I don't know what else new.
There's something coming in January that's gonna be.
Yeah, there's another really big workout coming.
Biggest.
Yeah. And
they're really excited about it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm interested to see what all they'll come out with, but it's really fun.
If there was someone that y'all wanted to see from Beachbody, if you wanted them to give you a shout out, who would it be? Anyone? They're
this is the time for them to talk.
Tony Horton, Shalene.
What trainer would you love to see or talk to or take a picture
with? Or
with?
even CEO. He'll be there. I mean.
Are we supposed to talk?
Oh, yes. I still love Autumn, but.
You like to have Autumn? She's hard to get.
Yeah.
We're working out with her.
Well, of course she is.
Wait. And who else? Hannah, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd probably say Autumn, just because I feel like she was the person that really transformed everything. With her 80-day obsession, I really saw results in my body that I've never seen before.
Yes. I feel like going through 80-day obsession with her, you just feel almost so close to her, you know her. It's
Yeah.
Well, yes.
I'll get to work out with Joel on Thursday, and then Friday with Autumn, and I think we're working out with
I'll do it.
And then Saturday we have like, this is really cool. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's called a super workout, and it is in the it's on the streets of Indianapolis, and all like 20,000 coaches are out there, and we work out, and every super trainer comes out and does a little snippet of their workout, like 20 minutes of their workout. So it's just really cool.
I'm surprised no one wants the guy from the Brazilian butt lift.
What? No one knows who that is. I don't even know who that is. Okay. So.
My mom used to do that like way back in the day.
That's funny. So now that we've talked about Summit, what we're doing this week is called the Coach Insider Summit Edition. It's in the Legacy Coach Insider group. I've explained that before, but we just like kind of continually use that group because like literally it works. Like I heard someone say this on a national call like probably over a year ago, how they do this, and they do all of their coach insiders or sneak peeks in the same group, and they just keep adding people to it. Even if people don't become coaches, they leave them in there unless they let themselves out or whatever. And so that eventually it's a live video, and it's like a better time, because we know people don't always do it on their first like interaction with you. What is it, baby? Seven times people have to like be interacted with, connected with, hear about your stuff to say yes to it. A lot of times that's like the statistic. So keeping them in there, one day they may see it come and be like, you know what? This is exactly what I've been praying for. This is exactly what I need right now.
No, honestly, it took me 7 times.
Yeah, probably to like really get in.
It took me 7 times to really like catch the fire, or just the reality of what Beachbody really was. I mean, I thought for a long time, like there is no way people can get results, or guys can, I mean, doing P90X, you're gonna get like cut. You can get cut, you can get lean, but you can't like grow. That was in my mind for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's complete.
Yeah. So I think the cool thing about this coaching pattern and why it's really is because I think it's going to be so significant, because we'll be at it. Like so many times what people see is just like us working at home, right? Show Instagram stories, like, and even y'all, like you see that, and it's like, it can get hard. Like being a Beachbody coach can get hard. Like even Savannah right now, I noticed in one of your comments, something you said, like, I just need the next 2 weeks to like refocus on school, and then I'll be ready to do this more. And that happens. And like, sometimes it's just like, you get a little down, or like, you're just hearing on the nose. It's like, what is happening? Like, how can I move this forward? And you just have kind of ups and downs when working at home. You're working by yourself. You're trying, but it's just hard sometimes. And so we've talked about this. Getting it to a live event is huge, and it's helpful. And so to show people in the Coach Insider that this is what we do when we're together, it's amazing. There's a community around this. Like what you get isn't just I'm working at home on my computer by myself, but you get the community of people, and it's incredible to show people. So I want to really encourage y'all to invite people to it and try to get people in. We will start adding people, or we will start going live probably Wednesday, Thursday in the group. Like we're going to try to do it as much as we can.
On the road.
We're on the road. No, but we're going to like try to do as much as we can. Plus I'll be Instagram storying some. But I'm going to try to leave some things like a mystery so people will go to. But post about it a couple of times. Direct message people about it. Put it in your Instagram stories. If you're not doing Instagram stories, do Instagram stories. At least like 3 to 5 a day. Do something. Share your workout. Share your study selfie. Share something you're eating. Share your kids. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But no. I mean your kids if you feel comfortable with it. But if you don't feel comfortable doing the workout, get over your discomfort. There's good things on the other side of being uncomfortable, right? Like there's a little bit of fear. That's okay. Push past it, because people are going to connect. Like Hannah was just saying in her picture today, like people connect with that vulnerable person. So share that. Share when it's like, I really don't want to do this workout today, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to do it. That discipline or whatever it is. Just be vulnerable and real with people. And so share that all over and invite them to the Coach Insider. And we'll see on Thursday or maybe Wednesday.
Oh.
On sharing and social media and all that kind of, I won't say the worst, but I just have a difficult time being consistent in no matter what area of consistent in what I'm doing. I have a hard time being consistent. I get busy, work, travel. It's just like when I get focused on working or something, I put my phone down and go. But Brittany is such a strong example of consistent sharing, or just kind of just whatever it is. She's been so consistent over the course of 3 years. I mean, and people see that consistency, and she doesn't lose the attention that she's gaining. They see it once, they see it another time, and they see that how she doesn't lose hope. She doesn't lose traction. Her momentum is building on top of what she's doing. And so whether she gets 1 like, whether she gets 100 likes, doesn't necessarily impact her next post, because she knows that she's gaining the attention and the influence, I guess, really, with everyone that sees her stuff. And so whether it be Instagram, Facebook, all the ways that all the platforms out there, just being consistent. And I mean, people are going to see that consistency, and they're going to fall in love with that, because they know you're real. They know it's not a whim. It's not just a trendy thing. She does it when she's tired. She does it when she doesn't feel like it. She does it when her back's hurt. She does it when she's feeling great. Yeah, and it's hard, but you're just going to gain that much more respect and that much more.
There's like a dedication your followers give you when you're always there. I will say 2 things. One is when you get like barely any likes or scenes on a post, and when you get a lot and like being consistent with that, I would say that like just know, and I've told you this before, different things attract different attention on Instagram, on all the social media platforms. But you and Facebook, like I do random things, and some things are like awesome, and some things get 0. And it's like, how did no one see that? It's so frustrating. And then like that's why every once in a while I'll just post, like I've told Hannah this before, but I'll just post on the little like word block with a picture behind it and just put like adding people to my test group, or you want to try a free workout, let me know, like just barely any words. And sometimes I get the most on those. It's weird. And so I just play with it and I change it up all the time. But in a lot of my posts, I try to be really authentic and share a story. I try to share a story in my social media posts as far as like what I'm struggling with, or think about like what people need to or what I would need to do, thinking about things like that. And then I'll also say that something I've learned over the course of like blogging, before I really got into Beachbody like years ago, is when you gain a following, when you're consistent, they want to stay with you. When you drop off, they forget about you, right? And so like I experienced that in a bad way. Like I had a great blog following. I don't even remember the year, but years ago. A really good blog following, like people that were always reading my stuff, always commenting, like there with me. And then I miscarried and I like fell off, which I mean, yes, a great reason. But when you have a platform, what would have been better if I would have just been real with people and shared, even in the midst of like, hey, I'm just like taking a couple days off, or I'm taking whatever. But if I would have just shared instead of just falling off, I feel like people appreciate you sharing your vulnerable places and sharing your deep, hard places. Yeah, because there's just I feel like when you can take the hard things with you and through the vulnerable places, even as small as like, oh, today I just didn't want to do it, people, there's more of a connection they feel with you, like, oh, she's a real person, they can like be more engaged with your story. So okay, this is not a social media thing, but we're kind of getting off on that.
I just want to use that one.
Good. Okay, so invite people to that Insider. Oh, I wanted to say this too. One way you can invite people, this is what I did say. Literally, I just pulled this message up from tonight. A girl had tried the Lift 4 workout. She had been thinking about it, but she also works at a gym. She came back and she said, hey, me and my husband just decided, like, it was a great workout, but I just don't need to spend money right now. I still do some workouts at the gym. I've been working out, doing well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, she's been working out. So this is what I said. I just said, I totally understand. In the future, if you decide you want to do it, let me know. And I said, but with all the working out you're doing, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And she said, I guess, and that's a question I ask a lot. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? And a lot of times people be like, well, what exactly do you do? Or, yeah, kind of, or something. She said, she said it kind of positively, even though she said she didn't say I've thought about it before. She said, I guess I haven't ever really thought of it. I don't know if I have that personality for it. I'm the type of person that's always afraid of bugging people and don't push very hard, which I hear a lot. They think it's like salesy, but when you teach people, you're helping
It's
people.
a teaching opportunity.
Yeah, and you're sharing with people like something that's changed your life. It's different. So I invited her to the Coach Insider, and she was like, for sure wanted to check it out. So it's just that's a way to like get rolling. Even if someone tells you no about workouts, ask them. If you think they'd be good or you think it'd be good for them, ask them. Okay, so moving on. Do y'all have any questions about that?
No, it's good though.
Okay, so let's talk about the Lift 4 group test group details. So I wanted to get y'all's input on a couple things. So right now, what I've been telling people to do if they enroll with Lift 4 is to start and I posted this in Legacy Warriors, but is the Lift 4, B4 Lift 4 like calendar, hybrid calendar. But when we start the test group, do y'all think we should do a test group that's its own group, or should we do it within Legacy Warriors? That's the main question.
I think we should do a separate.
Okay. I was wondering that one because you keep people in your own group, so I thought that might be better for all of us. But also it might make it feel more exclusive to do that.
Yeah, and I feel like it could just get, I don't know. I don't know. I just think it may be better just to keep it separate.
Yeah. The only thing that made me question it was just how much interaction like doing the 80-day obsession group got in the Legacy.
Yeah.
You notice like since 80-day obsession, it's not quite as like people are running the group 80-day obsession. Now I feel like they're running the group again. Does that make sense? But maybe we can do a separate Lift 4 group, and then just sometimes if people post something, they can say, "Hey, we go put that in the Legacy group or something." You know what I mean? So that people will see something.
Yeah, I can kind of hear you.
Oh.
Sorry, I could hear you just a little bit.
You're fine. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I was just saying, if we do a separate group, if someone posts something really good or encouraging or like great results, we can, if we think it would be great, we can say, hey, can you go share that in Legacy Warriors too? Or we can like screenshot it over there or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because that way people are seeing what's kind of going on, and then they'll be like, hey, I kind of want to be part of that too. Yeah. And it may spike their interest, and they want to join that group as well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we'll start that. The next question, Savannah, if you have input, tell me.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm listening.
The next question is the official Lift 4 workouts come live on Beachbody On Demand on July 16th. Should we go ahead and, two questions. Should we go ahead and start the test group now and just put people in it so that they're in there and creating community within it? Or should we wait till July to do it? And then on July 9th is when the Joel will start doing stuff in the coach test group. So I was kind of thinking we could start like a prep week that week so that we can feed off of what he gives us. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of the really valuable, I felt they were valuable, but like videos that I did during 80-day obsession, like, are you not eating enough and how that affects your body? I literally got all of that stuff from like Autumn's videos. I would watch them in the coach test group and they were so good I would just replicate them. Does that make sense? So that's not why they do the test group. Just to make the coaches feel good, but also you get to like take what Joel teaches you and put it there. So
yeah.
So first question, do y'all want to start the test group now or wait till July?
I would say July, but that's just because I'm maxed out right now. Yeah. But that's completely up to you guys.
Why do you think July?
I'd say July because you don't want to launch too early where people are stagnant or like just kind of waiting there. Like when's this gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I'm in the test group and kind of fall off. You want a big push on the launch so that you kind of create this, I don't say hype, but just like this anticipation of like this is big. This is something I want to be part of.
That's good. So then we could like do a coach like a prep week starting on the 9th. So we could add people that weekend, start on the 9th, and like focus on the meal plan, get stuff from Joel and share that. What do y'all think? Hannah, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Because the one girl that signed up, and she bought the Lift 4 package or whatever, and she's trying out the B4, and so we can, as coaches, suggest that they start getting familiar with those exercises and the nutrition plan, and we can kind of do that on our own right now, and then we could do it together like in July. So I think that's a good idea.
Awesome. Okay, do y'all have any questions about either one of those things before we move to the next?
No.
Okay, Savannah, can you rephrase the question you had?
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even remember all what I said other than, are you saying what I said last night?
Yes.
Okay, I guess I have been in a situation, which I've struggled with this for a long time, but if I get in shape, instead of getting any kind of positive feedback, I tend to get a lot of negative, like you need to eat, or oh look, Savannah's got another healthy snack, and just like BS like that. So it makes me feel where I pull back and I don't really talk about what I'm doing because I don't want to hear that nonsense, really.
Yeah.
So I need to learn how to, I guess, deal with that, or how to approach that differently other than just shutting down, because that's what I do.
Yeah. Okay. What I would say to that, because I totally get it. I feel like sometimes, people have even told me this, like mostly through my sister, because we have a lot of mutual friends. But like that there's like an intimidation factor with me, or like Brittany's perfect stigma, so they don't want to share with me. And so I think a big thing that's going to be beneficial is being more vulnerable and in your social media posts. And think about this. Think about like ask yourself a question before you post. You have to think about like what kind of people are you talking to? What kind of person? Usually I'm talking to someone like me. A lot of times when we think about who we're talking to on social media, it's someone similar to us. But it's like, or think like, what is Lift 4 solving for you, right? Like you're a busy, almost emotional person. You have a son, a husband, like you have all this stuff going on. And so Lift 4 is like literally going to change your life, because you're going to go from doing these hour-long workouts 6 days a week to 4 days a week for 30 minutes and still get results, And so instead of just saying like, I'm excited to do these 30-minute workouts, you talk about like, like how much time, post a picture of you, like kind of tell a story with it. Like you would say, love spending this time outside with my son, and so happy that I was able to come home from school, do a quick 30-minute workout and take care of myself, and now I get to spend the rest of my afternoon with him. You know what I mean? Like, you have to tell a story. Does that make sense? So that you're connecting with people. Like, what piece are you connecting with? Well, you're connecting with that mom that like is so busy, but she still wants to take care of herself. So she gets a 30-minute workout in, and then she still gets to spend time with her family without feeling guilty about doing an hour and a half long workout. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I just think start trying to reframe your mind as you're posting about like, how can I help people, or you're always thinking, but just being more vulnerable about what.
See, I think I felt like I put myself out there that way.
Yeah.
With this round of, well, just since I've done Beachbody in general.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And then the other thing I'd say is like, I'm not saying you're not doing this, but just like even sharing. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
So I can be honest with you real quick?
Yeah.
I mean, this is to me, this is to everyone, really. I mean, I think young coaches, we value people's opinion way too much. And so the people that are making comments or making opinions, that have opinions about what you're doing, I mean, they're not the winners. You are.
That's kind of, I know what you mean.
Well, no, I mean, it's like, what
you're doing it right.
What you're doing is right. You're not doing anything wrong. So, I mean, you're going to get the winners as you continue to be consistent on what you're doing, and not falling on the wayside or kind
Or
of
pulling back
pulling
out
back,
of like feeling
but
bad.
being on the offense of like moving the ball forward, moving forward with what you're doing, you're going to get the winners. You're going to get the people that are going to support you. You got to give it time. You got to be patient with it. It's not easy. It's very hard, especially with family members, for them to say
People
something,
that know you
comment.
well.
Yeah. People that know you well, they're like, are you sure you want to be doing this? I think you made the decision.
Sorry, there's a bug. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I lost my
You made the decision to do this.
No, you're
So
good.
own it and be proud of it.
Yeah, be proud of it. Definitely be proud because you made the transformation. You've done so much already. You've already taken these steps forward. Not that you're going to lose anything as far as taking a step back, but you have so much. You have so much in front of you to gain. Don't take your opinion for face value.
Well, it's kind of like when you're a kid and like someone's picking on you, right? A lot of times it's because they're like right?
And
And so it's the same thing. Like they're kind of like jealous, and they're like,
Yeah.
man, she's doing it, and I just ate like she's having her healthy snack, and I just ate the ice cream cone. And what you said is true. Because like when I first went sugar free, like people always ask well, how do you do it with your family? How do they, my family doesn't support me when I'm trying to do this. It's like in the beginning, people don't naturally support you a lot of times. They almost like subconsciously like kind of test you. And like what happened with going sugar free is I told people the more you stay dedicated to the lifestyle that you've chosen, the more people will respect it. And like over time, when I gave up sugar, everyone got on board and like they want to help me. They want to respect it for my kids. They want to like for our like holidays, they were like, hey, can we make something sugar free this year? Yeah. And now like after 3.5 years,
knows that.
Yeah, we make almost half of our food, half of the desserts are like sugar free at Thanksgiving, which is a big deal for
my family. Is like people are the unhealthiest. They are far right on the side of unhealthy.
Yeah, even now, but they try.
But
sometimes.
They try so hard on, and they definitely on their lifestyle. So I just to be honest, we give too much value to people's opinion. We keep going the course of knowing why you got in this, knowing what you're pushing forward to. They're going to see the results. They're going to see what you're doing and want to be part of it.
And I would just say, like, stay consistent and faithful to like who you are and what you're doing, and don't let other people deter you from it or like make you pull back. Like, be consistent, like we talked about, and just keep going. You're doing awesome, and the right people are gonna be attracted to you. That's one thing I always think is like the right people. Even if I intimidate some people, the right people will be attracted to me. The people that I can help will be attracted to me. And that's what matters. Like, I'm doing something that will help some people and that will connect with some people. And those people I'll end up with. So just stay focused on that. Stay like good. But I totally get it. I've heard it before. It is a little hard to like, but
pretty much sums up to haters gonna hate.
True. Very true.
Yeah, there's always going to be someone with an opinion. If you're curing cancer, someone's going to have an opinion on why you shouldn't be curing cancer. It's like that's the society we live in. I can go on rant about this, and I'm not going to. I'll just be quiet.
Do y'all have anything else to add about that? Hannah, do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything else to add. I was just going to say, oftentimes people who say something negative, you've already addressed it. It's just because they're jealous. Yeah. And you actually have something that they want, but they don't know necessarily how to get it. And so when they see someone else doing what they really want, they're going to react negatively to that because they're jealous. So it's just out of insecurities. So yeah, like they said, just stay consistent, just stay true to who you are. And over time, those people will probably come back around
Yeah.
And instead of being negative about what you're doing, they're actually gonna like genuinely want to know and have you help them. Is typically how it works out. So
Yeah, and be like your biggest supporters probably.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, do y'all have any more questions on anything or want to chat about anything before we jump off here?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, did we hit all your?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
Okay, fine. Well, okay. Thank y'all for joining us and being part of this and making time for it. And I'm excited to see just y'all's business and what's going to happen. I know, Savannah, right now you're kind of swamped with school, but I'm glad that you're not letting it like make you want to give up. You're like, no, as soon as like 2 weeks over, I'm ready to do this more. But you know, that's the cool thing about this business is you can take the time to eat and they keep pushing.
We know Beachbody. I mean, there's so. Sorry, I won't go on that. No,
we have 5
I won't do it.
minutes. Well, go. Let's go.
No, I'm just saying like there's no perfect business out there, but Beachbody has. I mean, for me, has come the closest to a perfect business where you can take time off during a season that you need to, whether you're hurt, whether you're traveling, going out of the country, whatever it is. I mean, there's opportunities for you to jump back on and not be affected by missing a week, 2 weeks. No other business is out like that. I mean, no other business as far as business that you start, you have whatever, can you like leave or take a break for 2 weeks and jump back in right where you're at. And so, and I'm not trying to sell you on Beachbody, that's you're already cookies, but
just know you're in the right place.
It's like you're in the right place. Don't feel bad that you get sick. People get sick. That's normal life. I mean, but Beachbody is made for normal people that want to live extraordinary lives and be healthy at the same time. And so you just have to choose to go to be consistent, go as hard as you can as often as you can, and develop the skills, develop the habits that you need to push your business forward, and stay true to yourself, like we've said time and time again. So it's going to take time. It takes time to build traction. You don't just start a business in one day and overnight is success. This is definitely not an overnight success business model, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it. It's worth your time. It's worth your energy. You're going to see whether it's $200, the $400, the $2,000 you want to make a week. It's worth it. You're going to see it happening. So I just leave that at that. So.
Yeah, and so I'm going to be posting some information about. I talked to both y'all about it, about reading that book, the audio book. So I'm going to post that information. I'm going to post that information for the audio book and how you can access it soon. I'm going to start that in July. I know, Savannah, you said you're probably going to just read it on your own, but you probably couldn't make the Zoom calls and stuff like that, which is totally okay. But I'll put it in a file in our group and explain how to access it. Start a little meeting probably bi-weekly.
I would say it's the best book for business.
So good. Yeah.
The business Beachbody, that's the best book.
All right, so we're gonna close it out. I'm just gonna pray really quickly over y'all's businesses, and then we will jump off here. So, Lord, we just thank you for just time with these women on our team, and I just ask that you bless their families, bless their time, bless their stress levels, and bless just their connections with people. Let people, the right people, be drawn to them. Let their words and their posts and just what they share just connect to the right people, to the hearts of people that are needing what they have to offer, what they're sharing, and that this business isn't just a business to make money or to get people working out, Lord, but it's a business to change people's lives and help them find confidence and joy and happiness in what they're doing and their bodies and their life. And thank you, and we just bless you.
Thank you guys so much for your time.
Amen.
Coming on. It means a lot.
Y'all have a good night.
Okay.
Y'all
bye.
too. Good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.